romantic. £40 money back if your first 40 bet loses. Unit bet, you're on. Blood cancer notifications on. Wait, I'll put them up. In this room there are 3 more to shoot, so follow as I do. 60 seconds is more than enough though. The path to the top can only be achieved with the route I take. So shooting all of these pads will open up this room, moving the end of the tons of chess. For people there is another room, in which you have to shoot even smaller pads. These were difficult to find, let me tell you. It took about an hour because I just didn't know what I was doing. But here you are lucky because there is no timing on these. Just follow what I do on screen now. Shoot one second, then and there we have it guys. The hidden book.
Right up. Shit, I'm not gonna make it. Two. Two, John. I love if Lee's getting another one. Did you want to see what it is? Two. Therefore, did it lead to 2-2?
Well then, I will leave you to it. For the record, I will still be monitoring your every move.
Fucking hell, 3-2!
Salah scored again! I bet it'd be 3-3 in a minute. Steve, you joined a chat party?
I thought you were with your boyfriends, Tim.
I haven't got a boyfriend, dickhead.
even got a boyfriend, did you?
Noise. Is someone there? It's okay. I won't hurt you, little friend. Here's a little crumb from my dinner you can have. I'm just gonna sit here nice and still. It's up to you if you want to come out. Well, hey there, pretty. Aren't you just the cutest little thing? It's nice to meet you. Looks like you and I are both lab rats in this place. I'm called Krieg. I think I'll call you Tawanda.
What's gonna happen next? Now that the big guy's free of his cage, he's got some ideas about how to change the decor and our feelings about this place.
Every good makeover should change how you feel. What do you have in mind?
Screening the hell of our violence. Yeah, that's a good place to start.
Oh, 22 points.
Left some really creepy art on the wall. Can you help get rid of it?
32 points.
I swear there are voices coming from that spot. All day we obsess about whether it hears us too.
Now this is getting interesting. There really is something on the walls.
Trap the rats outside! Unbounding the swallowed!
Can you feel that energy building? There's a battle brewing. Fantastic.
You better keep going or we'll never be able to sleep again. Well, I feel vindicated.
We weren't wrong. There were voices inside the walls listening and planning our demise.
Didn't break a sweat. Let's go around, huh? I mean, a possessed wall I can understand, but where the hell did this plant come from?
Tawanda!
No, Amara, remember?
We called our last friend in this place Tawanda. She was someone to talk to. She made
Wanda will be good company. Sometimes good things come from bad places. It sets walls. If she can survive in here, it's a reminder that we can.
Now you have a happy little trip. Are we done redecorating?
A great cat! Open your fist at blood!
Pretty sure he has some other ideas.
Tell me more about your
Blood screams!
Every night our neighbors sings. Not only keeps us up, it makes us sicker. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't. Spent countless nights fantasizing about his demise.
Intimidate the neighbor into silence? Easy.
Won't you hear my plea? Oh, come save me from this misery so I can be happy.
Your misery? What about the misery you are causing everyone else? Your singing, it's not good.
The days are dreary without. My sweetie. Oh, please save me, my darling.
I have a soft spot for souls in need, but what you need to do is shut up. Now.
Come at me.
Oh, no need to take it so personally. We can't all be born with amazing skills.
Mercy! Mercy! I'm sorry. I overreacted. I shouldn't have come at you like that. My rage overcame me. I know my singing isn't perfect, but it's one of the few things that gets me through the day.
Perhaps I was too blunt. Your singing isn't awful. Maybe it's just best kept at a whisper. A whisper Krieg can't hear.
Yes, quite right. Listen, as an apology for my behavior, will you give Krieg something for me? I smuggled in these party lights. I'd like him to have them as a peace offering.
I have broken peace with Ness.
Oh, one more thing before you go. Let Krieg know I've been working on a batch of toilet wine. When it's ready, he can come have a taste.
If I must.
Blister bulbs?
Yes, he also offered you some toilet wine.
I can hardly wait.
My liver is alive with bile.
Honestly, I feel like an ass. Edric isn't all bad. It's just easy to perceive everyone as a threat when you're in a threatening place. These lights and
Footprint!
will remind us to hold on to our belief in human goodness. Look, the party lights really do cheer up the place. The music, on the other hand, really clashes with the new vibe.
Bum 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 do. Chicka chicka chicka.
Sure, yeah, like that. Do you think you could help change the song to something a little less impending doom and a little more?
Chicka 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 chicka.
I can do many things. Where are the controls to the music?
There's an intercom hooked up to the computer system near the caretaker's office. You can use this to change the music. Here. That's a memory of us enjoying the music. If you insert it into the computer,
You should be able to reinstall the playlist.
This must be the computer I'm looking for.
Ted, our doom and gloom playlist isn't having the desired effect on our...
If that worked, Krieg's room should now be in party mode.
That did the trick. They only ever played this music into the cells one time. It must not have had the desired effect.
Chick, music to skunk to.
What can I say? We love ska. Hearing it makes us feel hopeful. That feeling could change so much here.
Trip the light and it dances away.
I am a bit worried, though.
That the music choice is too upbeat?
About the caretaker.
Loaded and horned, he chews blood.
Yeah, he's a real piece of work. And the next time he conducts a surprise inspection, he'll destroy all the changes we've made. And worse.
It's bleeding time.
I agree. The best choice is to kill him. We can keep our new things and kick him out of our headspace for good. He spends most of his time in his office, though. Can you go there and give him a reason to leave it?
You need me to make a scene? I'd love to.
Stain his similarity with gusto.
Good idea. The caretaker is incredibly vain. If you vandalize the portrait outside his office, that should get his attention.
There. Now your face is slightly less punchable. Or is it wrong?
Officers, it appears we have a patients out of their cells. What exactly am I paying? Take care of them.
Come quietly or there'll be trouble.
It's on now.
But I have to imagine you didn't come here just to deface my portrait.
It's not where I came. If you ask me, I'm adding value. Here, let me add a little more.
Just about enough of you. Loadabot, obliterate this vile defacer of my exquisite life.
One final touch to increase the value.
This is personal now.
Why are you mad? You're a true work of art now. I bet Krieg would see the value in my artistic handiwork. I'll bring it to him. Yeah, this'll really tie the room together. Outside your head, this would sell for millions. In here, it can remind you that no enemy is undefeatable.
I want to rip your lungs out so hard.
I've been hiding from the memories of this place for so long. Now, reminders about how we survived. Don't get me wrong, this place will never fill me with joy. But at least now it doesn't have to haunt me.
Yeah, go on, Ann.
Thank you.
You have to find out tomorrow. Yeah, Graham. Oh, mate.
Well, go on then. See what the nature of this distorted thought might be.
Tiger pounces! Already forgot about it.
Don't wander too far, Vault Hunter. There is brainwave data to collect in this area.
Whoa!
I think I'm done with this whole thing now.
Okay, I'm sorry, you're right. That got a little weird. That damn itch has been bothering us for 7 years.
Hi, Kingler.
No, I'm good. I have 8 arms, remember?
Form the flesh and bone bladder.
That's probably the right call. He might have overdone it anyway.
I jumped on.
I dreamt of a butterfly, and I crushed it.
So, sea of red shirts in the box there. But in the end, the keeper did pretty well, diving to his left. And you get the feeling that he's going to be a busy keeper in this Premier League. Already had to pick the ball out of the net 3 times. But, well, won the penalty kick. He went left, the ball went straight over his head from the Van Dijk header. No chance header from close range. And yeah, I thought Mo Salah hit his second goal sweetly, left foot drive into the near post. So I don't think too much wrong with Meslier in that first half. There's Dallas, wicked slice from him. Ball from Ayling back to the keeper. He does really well, clears it with his legs under massive pressure from Salah. And Meslier reckons he'd cleared it off the Egyptian. Liverpool 3, Leeds United 2, it remains. And we've not really got into our stride this second half, or we have, but just yet it hasn't yielded too many chances, although we've seen that Meslier shot saved. Here and now is Patrick Bamford driving forward, goes for strike, and is blocked by Van Dijk. Ball back to Costa, and Costa trying to find a gap between Van Dijk and Robertson can't. Ball back with Koch, who he strides. He's not super quick, but he's not that slow either. I think he's the next Mertesacker or anything, but he's a decent enough player. That's the strike now on the ball. Launching a crossfield. That's a good ball to Costa. Brings it under control. Edge of the area, then Leeds United with the help of Costa. Gets it out of his feet. He dribbles, and he's still dribbling. He goes on, but eventually the progress is checked. Maybe trying to draw a foul or something. That wasn't mentioned in the first half, but I thought he got fouled in the box. And maybe trying to draw a foul. In the last 4 transfer windows, Liverpool has spent 23 million quid. Chelsea spent 302, Man United 255, and City 226. It's not bad, is it? Anyway, I'm sure his owners will be pleased that Jurgen Klopp is a good team together and keeping everything rolling. Although it used to be one of those Anfield boot room things, isn't it? Alright, we won the league. Who we're going to get to improve our what? They'd be looking for 2 or 3 signings, wouldn't they, per season to keep on top. Liverpool on the ball and with Henderson at halfway, goes down by Pablo Hernandez, goes long, the ball comes off the back of the head of Harrison. Now for a Liverpool throw. Alexander Arnold will take it.
I see me. Defeating a vault.
Takes it into the box, finds Salah. Strike heads it, and it's gone out for a corner. A little bit hesitant then, Pascal Strike. But in the end, I suppose he cleared his lines, which is all that he needed to do. And Virgil van Dijk comes forward again. Lost his marker last time. Ball taken quickly.
The shot comes in from Salah off the knees of Bamford, out for another corner. Big thinking that by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Who's going to take the next in a more orthodox manner. 2 arms in the air, this ball floated to the far post. Up go the head, and it's another header from Van Dijk, this time over the top of the goal frame. There were no more goals to add, but I don't think we've seen the end of the scoring just yet. This cracking game of football continues. Elliot now thinking about playing short. And he does. Striker on it, running away from his marker. Good ball out to Ayling, right hand side. He's forced to go backwards. Ball all the way back to Illan Meslier.
He has decided you are safe.
Gives the ball away, then Keita prods it forward. Chance here for Liverpool, but that's been well read by Koch. He gives the ball away. Firmino at the edge of the area. Koch though intervenes and he just flicks that ball away. Firmino needed to react more quickly, but he didn't. Anyway, ball to Calvin Phillips now into midfield. And he's had the ball robbed away by Jordan Henderson now. He comes striding forward. Early ball into the box, but Strike gets there. And in the end, well, he's trying to dribble out, but making a bit of a mess of things this time. They've done a little bit better. Bamford trying to hold it up and eventually fouled by Joe Gomez. That'll be a free kick. They do take risks at the edge of the area. Leeds trying to play out. And it's almost like they're tailor-made for a team who's got 3 strikers. Keep playing themselves into trouble. There's Pablo Hernandez there making a bit of a mess of things, and he's got to go back to his keeper. Yeah, footballers allowed to play football for Leeds. Everybody gets a good taste of the ball. Everybody's supposed to pass and move. As Koch goes to Ayling. He takes 2 or 3 touches this time. There was no great movement ahead of him. Calvin Phillips comes and just dabs the ball away. Back to Robin Koch, who has Mateus Click, but then he finds a good bit of movement. He drives forward. And this time, Stuart Dallas can't get past his man. The ball will go out for a Leeds United throw. Bielsa doesn't know where to be, does he? Striding around. As Dallas picks it up, looking for the give and go, gets it back. Some good football there, but it all breaks down with Pablo Hernandez. You can't play Jack Harrison in. Nice and neat for a while. And again, it's helter-skelter football this from both the 2 teams. It's exciting to watch still. There's been no down period. This 10 minutes we've had since the break. It's just typical of the game, really. Both teams bristling with endeavour. At Anfield, it's still Liverpool 3, Leeds United 2. The second half still bristling with intent. We've seen one effort for Liverpool. They broke down the right, eventually ball into the loaded box. It was Gini Wijnaldum who got his shot away, but that was saved by Illan Meslier, diving to his left-hand side. I don't think the goal scoring stopped just yet, but it's still 3-2. Ball for Bamford, but he can't bring it in this time. And ball up in the air. Helder Costa brings it down. Trying to lose his marker. Naby Keita does all right. Ball now with Leeds. With Click trying to get forward, and Joe Gomez is just enough to put him off there. Again, Leeds getting lots of bodies forward. Well, just as well Joe Gomez did get there, because he was playing the Leeds players on side there. He just fell asleep for a nanosecond. Leeds trying to make ground, but they struggle. Ayling can't pick up the ball. It's Liverpool now. Trying to work it down there, left-hand side. Back to Joe Gomez. Bamford wanted to close him down. Back at the inside, Henderson hits it first time. The ball's won back by Leeds in midfield. Dallas then picks it up under pressure, and he's forced to go backwards. So, not ball forward for at Leeds now. Harrison, can he bring it in? If he's onside, looking to flick it past the keeper. And Alexander-Arnold heads it into the back of his own there. The flag had gone up surely there. So it won't be 3 apiece. The flag had indeed gone up. They've not been too much in that. He's trying to bend his run. I'll tell you what, that was mighty close. And in the end, Alexander-Arnold headed it into the back of his own. I don't think that was the wisest thing for him to do. And he will have been as relieved as anybody when he looked across and saw that flag up. But there really wasn't much in that. A couple of times Harrison looked to go, trying to bend his run. As Naby Keita now is replaced by Fabinho. The Brazilian comes on. I'm sure that James Milner would like to play against his team that he used to play for. Of course, Milner from Leeds. Made his debut when he was 16, 17 when he was at Leeds, but they were going nowhere and he was going somewhere and had to part company to have the career that he's had, and he's been an absolute credit. Anyway, ball forward here by Leeds, but Costa can't win his header. Strike does, then Ayling clips it forward, Bamford off his chest, but Van Dijk reads that one well enough. Now Liverpool with Henderson, go down the right to Salah, back to Jordan Henderson, on ball into the box. Big drink for Ilham Bellier. He picks it up, looking to bowl it out immediately, but can't quite do that, and he finds Calvin Phillips, who goes to his left-hand side for Dallas, back to Phillips, slightly behind him. Crossfield ball, now from Calvin Phillips, the chest of Ayling, who comes inside his marker. And again, Calvin Phillips, who prods it ahead of himself, it came off his knee. Liverpool have it back with Salah looking to play Mane through, and Cobb does really well there, just hangs on in there. Still a bit of defending from him, but the ball back with Liverpool, just inside the area again now. Chance for a strike, and the ball is blocked from Salah's strike. Now Robertson for Salah at the edge of the box. Ayling gets a foot in, but Liverpool have it back. Henderson now, he had a good game. Finds Alexander-Arnold to have his feet. Fabinho's first touch then. It's to Mane, left-hand side. Can't take your eyes off this one as Robertson flicks it into the box, but straight to the hands of Melliot. And he will want to use the ball quickly, and does. Finds Dallas galloping toward the halfway line with the Click. Looking for a long ball perhaps. Bamford tries to stretch to lose ground out on the right-hand side. Always plays running past that line. They've got to time it right though. They've got it right once with Harrison. Strike now goes left-hand side. And then he put Harrison into the corner flag just about, only just, he keeps it. Harrison then edge of the area. Ball back to Dallas. A loaded box, goes short. Trying to drive it into the box, to the byline. He gets the ball across. And Bamford trying to get to the end of that, but Becker saw it first. And so it's best as Firmino runs away from Calvin Phillips. They've got bodies forward now. Real opportunity. Mo Salah back to Mane. Mane's strike over the top. Brilliant play by Liverpool, but the finish wasn't there. I think if they grab the next goal, Liverpool, they'll have got it sealed. But it's brilliant football by the Reds after brilliant football by the Whites. Terrific game of football continues. Leeds will consistently and constantly leave themselves short because they support attacks. And so, well, we're going to see Rodrigo Moreno come on now for Patrick Bamford.
We have to go back.
Tyler Robertson's come on as well.
What else is there?
And maybe that's for Pablo Hernandez. So Rodrigo's got number 20 on. Tyler Roberts still at number 11.
Well, a little bit of everything. You'll like it here.
Whoa.
Let's see what change that can bring. On to the chest of Dallas. And Phillips has the ball one off him by Firmino. He reckons he was fouled, but Firmino's done well there and he finds Mo Salah into the box, and Strike picks it up. Missed control from Mo Salah. Again, he looks to the heavens. It's a game that's yielding chances. But you feel that Leeds certainly will have to improve for the hit out. They've a debutant out there. I think he's done all right in patches, Robin Koch, but it's all about those partnerships that you get. Now corner kick, Alexander Arnold, 2 arms in the air. This ball punched away by Melier, who was then subsequently fouled, but the ball might just break back here. Alexander Arnold gets a chance to put it back in. Ball headed across. Mo Salah will pick it up now under pressure from Click. And he did pretty well there, and they get the throw. So good hustling and harrying there by Matthias Click. And the clock shows 64 minutes, but honestly the game is absolutely flying by. Dallas takes the throw, he gets it back, then launches it down the line. He's playing on the left, but he's all right foot. As Tyler Roberts now chips it up for Harrison. He's over the halfway line. Can he flick it back on his instep? He can, but he can only find Alexander Arnold. Becker scoops it up in the air. Not the clearance that he wanted. The ball comes back for Robin Koch. Costa takes him on his chest, but he runs into trouble. He had 2 chances to bring that ball under control, and he failed. And the ball goes back to Melier. Bowls it straight out to Luke Ayling. Then with Robin Koch, who looking increasingly assured, I think. Looks a good player. Ball then with Dallas. Back to Strike. Back to Melier. Back to Pascal Strike. And then with Dallas, who's able to turn. Not quite. Henderson too close for comfort there. Ball with Calvin Phillips, who does turn. And he finds Robin Koch, and he runs away from Firmino. Koch then's got a bit of a gap to run into. Roberts comes back to help out. Robin Koch then looking for targets. To play through the press as Strike picks it up. Launches a long ball. Again, they're not frightened of this. Ball just bounced a couple of times. Harrison can't get there. And well, we're going to see Curtis Jones come on now. Henderson has run his race. John Henderson, I think, has played really well. There were doubts whether he would be starting today because of injury, but I think he's had a smashing game. I mean, you don't get much more bigger fan than me for Curtis Jones. He's still, what, he's 19? Incredible. 2-footed. He's got an incredible future ahead of him. I mean, it's one of the reasons why they've not thrown a load of money at it. Players like Curtis Jones. You know, they've got some really good youngsters in there, don't they? Ben Woodburn, Harry Wilson, linked to Leeds he was, but for 20 million, quite a stiff asking price. And the Costa on the ball now, drives it into box. Chance for Matthias Click, and he's equalised! Leeds are back in the game. And it's a lovely strike from Matthias Click. Quick football from Leeds. Build up down the right hand side. And 3 apiece now. And they've equalised for the 3rd time. Well, let's take another look at how that's come about. The Click started the move. Ball to Costa. Costa's ball in. Control. And they had 4 bodies in the box then. But great right foot strike and a great game. I told you they've not finished scoring, have they yet? But it's a numbers game and they have the numbers there.
As requested, 1 parade
So that's going to, for the neutral, that's brilliant, isn't it? Because that'll force Liverpool into a bit more action, I would have thought. At Anfield, well, they continue scoring, don't they? It's Leeds' turn this time, and that makes it 3 apiece. And, well, Matthias Click started the move, spooling the ball out to the right-hand side for Helder Costa, who thumped the ball in. Click had continued his run in, controlled it, and smashed in a right-footed shot past Alisson Becker, giving him no chance. Now Liverpool in the box, their opportunity perhaps, but the ball won't break kindly for Mane. And in the end, the shot comes to nothing. Well, what was a 1-goal game is now a 0-goal game, isn't it? Or a 6-goal game if you like, but there's nothing between them. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't wait to watch the highlights of this one and pick the game apart a little bit more forensically while I'm not having to work. I just cannot wait to see it again. And we haven't even got the conclusion of it yet, but that's how good this game is. A wicked game of football. And I mean, it's just how you want your season to start, really. I guess if you're Liverpool, less so. But they might still go on and win it 5-3, who knows. But, I mean, it's one for the fans, isn't it? Absolutely it is. So, it's a good game to watch. Liverpool now making ground down their right-hand side. It's Trent Alexander-Arnold. The ball needs a little bit further ground. He's got a throw now parallel with the edge of the area. And he's looking for targets now. Liverpool have created plenty of opportunities. More so than Leeds. But Leeds have took their chances when they've come. As Salah into the box he goes. But it comes off the chest of Click. Ball not held up there by Rodrigo Moreno. Needed to do a little bit better with his first touch. I mean, I do remember, we used to do La Liga, and I remember that for me, I thought he was a bit peripheral and a bit itsy-bitsy, Rodrigo. There's Ayling there. He's down. A clash of heads with his own man there, Robin Koch, and all these bits and pieces of understanding for Leeds are what they need to work on. And Ayling might have broken his nose there. Taking a while to get up. I was feeling that Morty's temple. Ooh, I mean, that's the softest part of your head. That hurts. So there'll be a little bit of time off, won't they? Off this incredible roller coaster of a game. We're looking at that Click goal again. He picked it up and found a good ball for Costa. It's the amount of movement for Leeds. Because Ayling takes bodies away, that allows Click into the box. But when the ball is played into the box there, I'm looking at 5. There are actually 5 white shirts. It's no surprise then. You know, if you're in defence, if you're Liverpool, you're trying to hold the line. Hold the line against what? Who are you picking up? If all of these players are running forward and running at different angles, that's why that's carnage. That's how that goal came about. You know, it's about intent. It's about wanting to get forward. You know, and Leeds have done this for a couple of seasons now. I don't think they can see any other way, and why would they? You know, it's worked for them. But here now comes Mane, chance right-footed strike that's blocked by the goal scorer Click. A long ball into the box now. Click heads it away, and the shot comes in, and Salah, right-footed, I think. That would explain why it's gone sailing over the top, but Liverpool are sort of wasting a few half chances, really. Salah are picking up good space at the edge of the area. Well, that's his right foot. It sails over. So Liverpool 3, Leeds United 3, and there's some 19 minutes plus added time. That'll be plenty enough for a goal or two more as Joe Gomez beats Rodrigo. Ball stabbed forward. Salah trying to get at the end of it, but Bellier will get there first. Plays it into his own box, then he's able to pick that ball up. Well, last time I've seen something like this between these two teams. Remember, free-scoring game in the Charity Shield, or whatever it's called now. Wembley, Leeds and Liverpool with 4-3. Like that, wasn't it? Anyway, that was back in the day. Pretty sure Cantona got a hat-trick there. Liverpool 3, Leeds Leeds United 3. 6-goal thriller, and there could still be a winner yet, and the favourite to score the winning goal would be the team in red. They're creating a lot more opportunities now. I'll bear that out in the match stats for you. They've had 16 shots to 5 on target. Leeds have had 4, 3 on target. And Leeds are with Costa. And, well, he's held back there by Fabinho. Really ought to be a yellow card, that, but I think his first offence, Michael Oliver will let him go. Not really being a dirty game at all. But the ball now with Jack Harris, cuts inside one challenge, then past Jones, goes back to Dallas. Dallas steers it forward to Tyler Roberts, who is trying to flick it through the legs of Curtis Jones, but can't manage that, and Alexander Arnold plays it off Tyler Roberts, and that will be a throw for the Reds. Such a shame there's no fans in there. I mean, for me, the best footballing experience of my life has been at Anfield in a European tie. Got there a little bit late, rose up through the back of the stand, and they were singing "You'll Never Walk Alone," but they were playing Celtic. The Celtic fans sing that, so it's a sea of scarves. And behind one goal, they were all green, but they were all loud, and everybody was singing. I've avoided the back of my neck, all the hairs stand up. And what strikes me as well is that the Leeds fans, particularly away from home, just don't shut up. I mean, they are incredible. Liverpool fans would have been celebrating the title, wouldn't they? Because they've not had a chance, and so too are the Leeds fans. And you know, we're missing all that as the free kick comes in for Liverpool. Not played away particularly well. Strike then gets the header away. Or back to Gomez, and eventually with Curtis Jones, steers it forward. Phillips tries to win the ball, but it breaks back for Firmino, and into the box he goes. He lays it back for Curtis Jones, but the ball tickled away from him by Click, running in behind him, running the risk, but eventually, well, the referee looks it down and not going to give a penalty. Long ball now looking for Costa, and Robertson plays it off. Helder Costa does well. So gives the thumbs up, and Robertson couldn't go back to his keeper, that position being marked. Liverpool 3, Leeds United 3, and it's still Liverpool creating lots of opportunities, and Click doing well wrong side of Curtis Jones, but now Liverpool having to work their way out from the back. Calvin Phillips wins the ball, rolls past Curtis Jones. He can't keep that ball in. In fact, no, he did keep it in, but he just couldn't keep it. Well, then the ball given away. Harrison then fouled by Firmino, and it's going to be a free kick, and he's about 25 yards out, and Firmino is going to see a yellow card. Both teams a little bit guilty of giving the ball away. Harrison anticipating that well, and then he's been hauled back from behind. Don't know who hits the free kicks for Leeds United. So Hernandez, I would have thought, had he been on the field, likely. Ayling puts the ball down. Rodrigo stood over it as well. Usually the player who puts the ball down is going to hit it. But Alisson needs to be on his mettle now. Calvin Phillips stood around it too. There's Calvin Phillips with the strike, and he only just goes wide. And they're reckoning maybe the keeper got a touch on that. He's always going wide, I feel. Anyway, too far away.
Oh, good out. Hello, Patrick.
It's as good as a mile, I suppose, but yeah, not bad from Calvin Phillips.
No, I can't see the script screen because.
Ball back with Melier, the clearance. Ball spooled up in the air by Van Dijk, not good clearance from him. Headed forward by Roberts, but to nobody in particular. Good defending to be done now by Dallas. He goes back, strike. Sent his ball down the line, headed forward by Harrison. And then one back by Dallas, who looking to hold off Jones, but Jones takes the ball off him. Well done, young Curtis Jones. Little Cruyff turn to buy himself some time. Gets that ball back to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who looks on his inside. Liverpool back on the ball then with Gomez to Virgil van Dijk. 13 minutes left as Van Dijk strides forward, but he gives the ball away. Oh, and Costa Should have taken it on, but he loses it to Robertson. Jones back on the ball, out to the right, to Mo Salah. Into the box he goes. Ball on a string.
Yeah.
Ball laid back. Shot comes in, blocked by Click. Harrison, oh, he's his own worst enemy. Gives that ball back away. And the ball comes back across. It comes off the knee eventually of the Leeds defender. And both teams absolutely guilty today of giving that ball away. So, now, again, Mo Salah. And Click a corner. Just looks like Click has gone down. I think is he off the field to play? I don't think they need to necessarily stop for him, but anyhow. Been some bodies put on the line. Click stopped a shot earlier. Scored a decent goal today. Anyway, here's a corner kick. Robertson puts one hand in the air. What can he do? There was a good ball in. And the ball volleyed into back of net by Van Dijk, but he's adjudged to have fouled his man, has he? They're asking. Michael Oliver's saying it's not a goal, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Sometimes what you think isn't is. Anyway, Van Dijk's having a word with the referee. He's not best pleased about that. Well, he seemed to manhandle Robin Koch out of the way. I didn't feel there was anything too wrong with that. Maybe they're a little bit unlucky there. And Anfield is still 3 apiece, but not for want of trying from Liverpool. Van Dijk's had the ball in the back of the net to ruled out because apparently he fouled Robin Koch. It looked a little bit soft, that one. Curtis Jones has come on, he's done pretty well. We've seen Leeds United have a chance, a free kick given away, and Calvin Phillips' strike was not too far away. Two teams still going at it, hammer and tongs, and there's still plenty of time for a winning goal. So, yeah, the team's still hard at it. Still looking for a winner. I think, well, the Leeds fans, I think, will be delighted to get a point. For Liverpool, it would be a big disappointment. No, not too many results. Jurgen Klopp's unhappy about that decision that was made, and I can understand that. It seemed to me that he just outstrengthened Robin Koch, and then it's been ruled out as Solana trying to get into the box. Strike gets the foot in. Ball breaks back for Alexander-Arnold. Now Curtis Jones forced to go backwards then to Robertson. Jones picked it up. He's been a will o' the wisp since he's come on. Ball now with Jones again. A little heel from him. But it's going to be a throw-in still for Liverpool. Many chances still in this game. There's progress made down the left-hand side, but eventually the ball rolls out. Leeds United's ball. And Leeds about to make another change now. It may be his Click who's going to go off. And Jamie Shackleton is the player who's going to replace him. Good tidy player, Jamie Shackleton. He likes to get forward as well. He can get the odd goal. I mean, again, he's got the engine on him that gets him around the park. He's a Leeds boy. Only fairly diminutive at 5'6", but he got a couple of goals for Leeds, 41 appearances, even though he's just 20. He's been an England under 20 player. And certainly on the improve under Bielsa as Salah trying to run into the box, runs into Harrison though. Deep cross then from Alexander-Arnold. Was that a pot shot? He sailed over the far post. Maybe just saw Melier off his line a little bit.
Huh.
And I think that Mo Salah's having a good game. Looks, you know, his form's not gone away. It just looks like a good player that we've seen year upon year. Firmino's worked hard for his team today. Sadio Mane's worked hard. You know, I think there've been a few mistakes. And here's Curtis Jones again. He's played ever so well. Good ball into the box, but Strike done really well there. Growing into the game, Pascal Strike. I saw him at the back end of last season playing a holding midfielder, and I think he will fulfil that role in case Calvin Phillips picks up an injury. Whereas last year they were putting Ben White in that role and it didn't work. Anyway, long clearance from Mellier, picked up by Harrison. He gets the goal side of his man, but he can't find Rodrigo. Calvin Phillips heads the ball away, ball coming back. Headed back to Gomez, bit of head tennis in the middle there, but then Mo Salah ties it up, finds Curtis Jones, and then he